NSFW, what's the horniest thing you've ever done? Pre-internet I spent 4 hours drawing a naked woman, pixel by pixel, poorly, in manuscript paint to jerk off to. He's a man of focus, commitment, and sheer fucking will. Matched with a girl on Match.com way back, when it was all website and ML only. Anyways, matched with this girl and first conversation, by some miracle, we agreed that she was gonna come over that night, go right to my bedroom, bang and she'd leave. Welp, that's exactly what happened. Both happy. Roughly a month later I'm walking into a company for a job interview, and one of the interviewers was her. Got the job. So how was that interview? Did she give you any hints she remembered you? Like a sly smile or something? So, I walked into lobby of the building waiting. I get called into the back, and being introduced to everyone. Small office, and as I'm brought to her area, we immediately lock eyes. Both immediately know, and both reacted like we didn't know each other. Walking away I saw her immediately talking to her cubicle mate, all excited telling her, I assume, about our hookup. During the interview, very professional, asked the toughest questions. Obviously you had provided the right answers about a month beforehand. How deeply are you willing to apply yourself to the role? Describe a time when you dealt with a challenging situation. Well, this one time I walked into an interview. Willing to go as deep as needed. Can go 4 inches. Are you okay with coming in early? I always do. Masturbated with a Halloween monster glove. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but lost those gloves. He did the monster mash. I made a woman out of clothes and a styrofoam head and made out with her. It SMH I was 12. That boy ain't right. I tell you what. My mom went shopping at JCPenney and I was waiting in the car. I was about 13 and I was horny ASF. She had some tissues in the car and I jerked off into them. I didn't want to litter, so I just put them in my pocket till I got home. Professionals have standards. Proceeds to throw a jar of pee at someone. Back in high school one time I jerked off 11 times in one day, between 6 AM and 1 AM. My dick was in so much pain and I couldn't move for a day or so. Don't do that. No fucking way. I made it to 11 too. A guy in my class bet me that 10 was the most anyone could do, so I tried to get to 11. This was in the days before internet porn too, so all I had was my imagination and the hope that a Britney Spears video would come on MTV once in a while. I had no way to prove that I got to 11, but still, it was a pretty wild day. I got to 13 once over the summer and ended up chapped for 2 weeks. Bet your cock was just coughing air after 5 or so. It was clear dribble after 8 and coughs after 10. Then dust. I'm just imagining touching my dick only for it to crumble into dust in my hands. Mr. Wank, I don't feel so good. This is a repost. I went to a woman's house late at night in rural upstate New York. We had been talking to each other via email at the time, about 1997. We met via Yahoo Personals. Neither of us knew what the other looked like. Not everyone had a scanned picture. I went over at 11 PM on a Friday night. I didn't have a roommate at the time. Went into a completely dark house, located in the woods, and had sex with a woman, whom I had known for a couple of weeks with just several phone calls between us. When the morning came, we were both attracted to each other. We ended up dating for almost a year. It worked out, but seriously, it was stupid thing to do. You my friend are a pioneer for all of us getting laid oftener. I went to go meet a girl on her last night before she moved to a different state so she could suck my dick. She really wanted to for some reason. I'm parked at her apartment waiting for her to come into my car. As I'm waiting she asks for a pic of my hard dick, so I jack off a little to get her down. I end up coming in like 10 seconds, so I turn my phone off and drive home before she ever gets to my car. I was so ashamed lol. This is fucking hilarious. She really wanted to suck my dick for some reason. That's what I call a good problem. Drove 3 hours to fuck a random girl I added on Snapchat. Never met her in person until I drove to fuck her. It was awkward until my dick was inside her. Edit. Spelling. It was awkward until my dick was inside her. That's literally the start to every step brother/sister porno. Edit. How the fuck did I get so many upvotes? Pulled for 4 hours to get to a woman's home in India who had matched with me on Tinder. The chat got very heated quickly and she wanted to fuck a white guy. The reason I cycled was because I was on a round the world bike trip. Amazingly it was completely legit and we pretty much had sex on and off for 24 hours and we were having sex within 10 minutes of seeing each other for the first time. I cannot describe how horny I was getting messages from her as I got closer and closer to her home. You're the motherfucker that got fellatio from Maya Khalifa after a long ass bike ride. What? You're the motherfucker that got fellatio from Maya Khalifa after a long ass bike ride. I'm laughing so hard imaging you with a heart on that's getting progressively more hard as you get closer. Him to his dick, what is it boy? What do you see? Fucked a couch. Was it a pullout? Super sweet question bro. Well done. Still laughing. Super sweet question step bro. Well done. Still laughing.
What are you doing, step bro?
Running to a convenience store at 3 AM with a guy I just met to buy condoms and 2 bottles of Gatorade, so we could do it on an air mattress in the living room of my sister's house at 3 AM. Why the Gatorade though? Hydration is key. Jacked off in the ocean. I was on holiday with my mum and we were sharing a room. I took a late evening dip and was curious to see if I could jack off while my dick was underwater. Since I hadn't done it for the past week I nutted pretty quickly then just kind of swam around for a bit, making the ocean saltier than it already is. Remember that the next time you accidentally get ocean water in your mouth. 19-year me wanted to fuck so badly that after going out with this really great girl, I convinced her we should park on a less visible side road to talk. Turns out less visible roads have less visible ditches on the sides and there goes my car into the ditch. Now we are stranded in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere. She takes her shoes off and tells me to go outside and push and hops in the driver's seat. And so I did. I did push. 8 years later I'm still pushing whatever she tells me to. You didn't wife her. She husbanded you lol. My husband and my first date lasted 3 days. The only time we went outside was to get more condoms and some Gatorade and snacks from around the corner. It took us a week to have a real date because we'd end up just jumping in bed and would never even make it out the door. Eater. A lot of people are asking about Gatorade and condoms. Gatorade is a drink made with sugar and electrolytes. It gives you energy and tastes really good when you've been exercising and sweating a lot. Sex is a workout and a lot of sex makes you really dehydrated. Condoms are because you should always practice safe sex and change condoms as soon as the person with the penis ejaculate. Most people don't have huge amounts of Gatorade or condoms at their house, which is why so many people had to pause sex to go get them. This is the second person who said that they got Gatorade at the same time as condoms. Is there something I'm not picking up? Edit. Wow. This question got more attention than I thought it would. Gatorade marketing working overtime, it seems. Gotta stay hydrated. Sex is a workout, and if you're doing it right you'll probably be sweating. Not having proper fluids in your body can inhibit the experience or your own performance during the act. My college roommate ended up being a week late to orientation. In that week, I met and got the Skype details of an online dom, and she had me edge a whole night and only finished by wrapping a lanyard tightly around myself and finishing to her rubbing grapes on her nipples. She trinna turned that milk into wine, or what? Wrote a fanfic between me and Freddy Krueger. Edit. Holy shit this blew up. Also to those asking for a link, I'll paste it into docs and leave the link here soon. When you nut in your dreams, you nut for real. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share the video with your friends and family and turn on notifications to never miss a video.